Hey, and good Monday morning, everybody, on December the 18th. This is your morning update on our big storm. Been tracking this all weekend long with updates. Appreciate everybody. Been kind of checking in and out on my weather wheels. I've been putting them on there and let you kind of keep you updated on what's been going on with the storm system. As we were tracking it on Saturday. It was pounding Florida. Yesterday, it was the Mid-Atlantic, and today it's the Northeastern's turn, and they're getting battered pretty good. There's numerous flood warnings up. We had coastal flooding problems along the Carolinas yesterday. I'm sure they're seeing it up across parts of New England again for this morning as this storm system continues to move off toward the north. Really setting a lot of heavy rains, very heavy rain amounts, 3 inches plus in a lot of areas, and that's why we got so many flood warnings out currently. Here's the satellite imagery again of the big heavy thunderstorms up there moving through New York City. They actually have a marginal risk for severe weather. That's something you don't see in New England that often, especially this time of year for sure. You don't see that to say the least. Here's that severe weather outlook here for today. As you can see where the big storms and the bright cloud tops around the storm system continue to move. And now I got a marginal severe risk there right along the coastal areas there from New Jersey over toward Boston, where the storm systems just continues to move up toward the north. So things should be improving by later this afternoon. That's the good news there. Here's the watch warning map again. All those flood watches up, those lighter green colors, those are all your flood warnings that are out currently, stretching out obviously down near Virginia or near Delaware, stretching up to Pennsylvania, New York, and even getting into Maine as they're getting pounded with a lot of that heavy rain for this morning. Like I said, should be improving by later this afternoon as things begin to improve. Let's take a little closer look here as we're looking at the radar in and around New York City. Again, those boxes you see there, those are all the flash flood warning boxes that are out right currently. Scranton over toward Binghamton, near Cooperstown, Utica, all getting in with some of this heavier rain. And I'm sure some major flooding there, street flooding there in New York City as well with the heavy rainfall. Like we can take a little different perspective here, looking at the level 2 here. Again, you see the heavy rains moving through Philadelphia, Trenton, New Jersey. The delays at the airports have been kicking in as expected. I'll show you that here in just a second with the airport delays. I'll show you the other radar here. Here's the other radar here up toward Albany, north of New York City. You can see that rain, the heavy rains when it starts training over the same areas. That really gets me kind of concerned. See that heavy band there? It kind of sets up just to the east of the Hudson, kind of going north-south. And when you get those kind of setting up like that, that becomes a bit of a problem. To say the least right now. So let's look at the airport delays. I got a new little site I did find. I kind of really like this one, so I wanted to show you this. You can kind of see here some of these major delays. I'm going to highlight some of these areas here. So go into my interactive here, and you can see the current conditions. You see a 24-mile-per-hour wind gust there at LaGuardia. I'm sure the pilots are loving this. JFK looking at 27-mile-per-hour winds there. And you see delayed status is excessive of 5, and there's 5 there. You see all these red ones here. These are all excessive delays. So all these airports up across the Northeast are seeing delays, and that's going to start to cascade. Typically, when it starts in one part of the country, it can impact other parts of the country as well. So if you do have any travel plans for today, again, check with the carrier. But the two major hubs there, seeing excessive delays. Look at those winds, 31-mile-per-hour winds there. There at LaGuardia. So it is definitely just a nasty day across the Northeast. Let's take a look at a couple of camera shots here. Let's see if I can get, let's try this one here on the, yeah, this is pretty rough. So East Hampton, New York this morning. Seeing some rough seas there. Again, coastal erosion. We did see some coastal flooding around the Carolinas yesterday. I'm sure we're going to see it up across big old waves, man. I'm sure I can't believe there's actually surfers that like to go out into this stuff. I definitely wouldn't. It's just a nasty day, to say the least, as this storm system gets cranking off to the north and east. So let me get my, we'll go ahead and get my next system up here real quick. I want to go ahead and look at the American GFS model. I'm going to go ahead and show you the latest on that. And we're going to switch over to the GFS here. And we're going to go make sure I got the right model here. We're going to do the 0Z. I don't like the intermediate runs. I'm not a big fan of that one. So let's go ahead and move this forward a little bit to where it's supposed to be. This is this morning, so here we go. So one thing that did come up is that this particular storm system, not as strong as what we were seeing initially here. So as I go ahead and bring this forward here, this is the morning's position. It is elongated a little bit, so that could mean its center of, the main center is reforming, and it looks like it's reforming further toward the north. So you notice it makes a big jump there the time as we head toward the midnight and up to later day. It does get strengthened to 978 by later in the day. So it's strengthening, but a little bit later as it's gone by, because I know the earlier runs that were showing it stronger a little bit further south. So by the time we head to late in the day, the worst of it should be over for all of New England. So kind of backing that up again as this kind of races up toward the north. Now you notice the cold air coming in on the back side of this. We've got some pretty decent cold air coming on the back side of this. There's going to be obviously some lake effect snows as this cold air kind of blasts in here behind this area of low pressure. So it'll be briefly colder across areas of New England going into Tuesday. But it should quickly modify as things are going to kind of work out, where this trough's going to lift on out. And really most of the week ahead is looking real quiet across the country here. Once this big storm system exits and moves on up, we're looking fairly quiet here for most of this week, and then we'll start turning our attention to whether we're going to get another weather system in for heading into this weekend or not. You're seeing these little weak systems down here to the south. Again, I really hate these things. But brings a little snows there across areas of Wyoming, Utah, and Colorado later in the week. But we're worried about this big storm system right here. This is the one that's going to be getting on out of here. Let's again look at the rainfall totals here. The total on the rainfall here. Again, you can see the excessive rains all across New England. We're talking area 3 inches plus for many areas. It's had a very sharp dividing line between feast or famine with this rain wherever it was setting up. But again, that's why all the flood warnings are up there, because you got 3 to 4 inches of rain falling from Maine all the way down toward Virginia, the Virginia coast, with this very strong area of low pressure, causing a lot of problems for a lot of folks for this morning. So let's go back to the main looking overview again as this low pressure is moving to the north. Areas from Philadelphia, New York, Boston, again going up to Albany, going to Augusta, all up into the mountains of New York, as well as into Vermont and New Hampshire. It's just one of those days where you just want to stay inside. Don't need to be going out if you don't have to as this goes on by. If you come across any flood-prone areas, please stay clear of those. More people die from flooding than anything else in the world because they think, oh, that water's not too bad, and it only takes 1 foot of water. 1 foot of water to move a car. That's it. Fast-moving water, 1 foot of water. That's all it takes to move a car. So definitely be careful out there for today. All right, that's my update for now. Probably we'll do another one later this afternoon. Early this afternoon, we'll try to get an update and see how things are progressing by later this afternoon. I would assume by the time we head to the early afternoon hours, things should begin to settle down at that point. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching the channel, checking in on this. If you're coming in after the recording, if you could do me a favor, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, do all that YouTube stuff that I like to do when you're trying to grow a channel. So we're going to try to do more of these live broadcasts when I have the opportunities present themselves to keep you guys informed of what's going on and what you can expect. All right. That's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and get working on my next video, which is going to be taking a look at what we can look at for Christmas and New Year's. And I think we might be seeing some colder weather, maybe returning after the first of the year. We'll see how it works out. That's it for now. You guys